Hi everyone, Jenny with On Fire Fit, and today I am doing a quick grocery haul as well as a food prep. I just continue to make these even though it might be repetitive for some of you, but I always like to see what people are buying and what they're making. And we recently started a sugar detox. I don't really eat a whole lot of sugar anyway, but my daughter felt like she had been eating a lot of sugary things because she had kind of like back-to-back vacations. My husband was wanting to get kind of healthier too. I have a group of people, my Pour Into Your Core group, which you're always welcome to join us. But what I do is some closed group meetings, and then I post a lot about how we eat healthier and our mindsets and everything. But there were people in that group that also were interested in trying to get the sugar out. So I decided, let's just do it. So for 2 weeks, you avoid sugar and added sugar, and that includes any kind of fake sugar. And you just eat whole foods. You're allowed to have fruit, but you don't have like fruit juices and things like that. And then I am choosing to incorporate a lot more vegetables into our diet because that's always part of when we have cravings is we're not meeting our nutritional needs. So the more that we get vegetables in, the better. I eat a lot of vegetables anyway, but I do really like to incorporate them in new ways and get different kinds of nutrients as well as trying to tantalize my family. So I'm going to show you some of the groceries that I bought, and then I'm also going to show you a few of the foods that I have prepped. It's kind of random, but this is some of the stuff that I've been making over the last few days. So I hope that you will stick around.
Starting off, here we go with my organic arugula, lots of fruit. There's some grapes, nectarines, peaches, plums, apples, cucumbers, bananas, broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, zucchini. I bought a bunch of different nuts and I'm going to make nut butter. I bought quinoa, olive oil. My daughter likes that sourdough bread, some chicken. What else do I have there? Yeah, lots of good stuff. Tofu, eggs, guacamole. Here I am making some cauliflower rice, and I just put it in this container in the freezer. And I steamed some broccoli. And then I did chop up some Brussels sprouts to make Brussels and bacon, and I froze that chopped up Brussels sprout pile. Then I'm also freezing a bunch of my herbs because I can't use them all up. And so I just put them in the freezer on a pan, and then I put them into baggies, separate it out, and just keep them in the freezer for when I need them. So you can see me quickly running through all my different types that I froze, and they actually work really well this way. And that way you have it whenever you need it. Here we go in my freezer, just showing you my freezer. So I've got some meat. There's some of my smoothie things, my frozen cauliflower and the Brussels sprouts, and then frozen fruit and frozen vegetables. Then in the door up there at the top, I have the ends of different vegetables that I'll make vegetable soup, flax meal. I've got breadcrumbs that I made from the ends of the bread. And then those are just some of the things that I get at Trader Joe's. Obviously hard to get out there, but these are just some of the things I keep on hand in my freezer when I need it in case I've run out of things, and nice to have those on hand. And then I also have some yeast in there, which you can keep in the freezer. And so that is my freezer.
So I'm back at the fridge here, and I'm just showing you some of the stuff. So this is a coconut milk that I get at Costco. There is no sugar added at all. So this is a great base for a smoothie, or if you wanted to make some kind of like frozen concoction. I have a video on that does not have added sugar, but it'll make you feel like you're tasting like bites of frozen goodness, brownies or whatever. I also keep water. This is actually, I just use this pitcher, but it's actually our reverse osmosis water that's in that. And then I keep a pitcher of mint infused water in here. These have the Brussels and bacon that I made earlier, so we have a little bit of leftovers on that. We have chicken that my husband grilled, so I have that ready to go. I will make some vegetarian type meals later. I got tofu, so I'll probably make some tofu stir fry. My daughter loves that, but not with the what do you call that stuff? Teriyaki sauce. I'll probably make it more with my Bragg's. See if I can find it in the cupboard here. So I'll use the liquid aminos to make that with some vegetables, and that's a really quick and easy meal. I have a salad already prepped for my husband for tonight. He works sometimes late, and so I try to have a salad just ready to go for him when he gets home. These are beets that I bought. You probably saw that in the grocery haul. Back there, I chopped up some of those beets and put them in a container. And then this has a bunch of chopped up parsley and cilantro, so that when I want to just make a quick salad, I am not chopping all day. I don't like to have a bunch of things that I have to cut up every single time I want to eat. So try to keep that going. The other thing that you probably saw was I love to have guacamole all the time and avocados. So healthy fat is really important, especially if you're going on a sugar detox or you are trying to get healthier, because you need healthy fat to keep you full. And if you're living on really low fat, you're going to need something to help fill you up. And a lot of times people reach for carbs because they are starving all the time. So I would recommend trying to get the healthy fat in there. So here are just a couple of the things that I've made recently. This is cauliflower rice, but it is a lemon shrimp cauliflower rice. So what I did with this was I took my my big pan and I put a little bit of coconut oil in the bottom, heated it up. This cauliflower rice I made myself. I just took a head of cauliflower and I, just ground it down in my Ninja. And then I threw that in the pan. I took some of my freshly squeezed lemon and kind of sprinkled that all over. Then I put in some shrimp and some basil from our yard. And then I cooked it, added a bunch of different herbs and seasonings, mostly things like garlic powder, onion powder, lemon pepper. So I'm going to just take you over real quickly and show you some of my things in the fridge here. So I keep lemon juice always freshly squeezed in the fridge. This is lime juice. So I oftentimes make mojitos with this lime juice. We use sparkling water, mint leaves, which in my freezer, so that I don't have to worry about keeping things fresh. I have mint leaves in here. Here's the label. So I just take some of those frozen mint leaves and the lime juice and some sparkling water and make a mojito. You can add a little stevia if you want, but if you're on sugar detox, technically you want to avoid that. So anyway, I have this lemon because I have a friend with lemon trees and she gives me tons of lemons. So I'm always freezing and keeping a little bit of lemon juice in my fridge. This I added to the cauliflower rice and cooked that up. My daughter loved it. So there you have vegetables, some protein, and that's about it. My husband grilled a pork tenderloin. I don't really eat pork, and I'm not a big fan of pork anyway, but I do try to kind of switch things up a little bit. There are different types that are better for you. Obviously, the better for you is going to be the organic and all of that. But he made this without any kind of added sugar. So he actually called me and said that he was at the store and realized that the Lawry's seasoning we have has sugar in it. So he used garlic powder and garlic salt and onion powder and some things like that. And it was so good. Even my daughter's boyfriend loved it. 16-year-old football player loved it. So it was really good. This is some of my hummus. I usually make a bunch of hummus all at once, and this is part of it because I've already eaten some of it. It is just chickpeas or garbanzo beans that I cook in the crock pot, and then I add some of that same lemon juice, some tahini, and salt and pepper. You can add garlic if you want. I usually don't put the garlic in because I'll eat this at lunch and I really just don't want garlic breath all day, but you can definitely add that. Those are a few of the things.
So I'm just showing you a mishmash of all the stuff I've been doing. So here's some of the vegetables. Here is the drink that we tend to drink the most during Sugar Detox, or water. And of course, I love fruit in a bowl because it just makes you want to grab it when you can see it. And I made broccoli stem hummus, which I can show you that recipe. I made some nut butter with my just food processor. And then here is my daughter's sugar-free snack. It has no sugar bread and the no sugar peanut butter with bananas. So that's always a good snack on Sugar Detox. Thanks for coming into my kitchen, and I will see you either in my closet or my kitchen next. Live your life on fire.